It's such a pleasure today to be able to introduce one of my favorite stewardship speakers of all time, Anné Jude Anderson. Thank you so much for speaking today, Annie.
Hello, my name is Anné Jude Anderson. My husband Harrison and I moved to San Francisco in 2008 from Illinois. I was raised Roman Catholic and attended Catholic schools. I always felt connected to God, and my early experience of Catholicism, which was largely shaped by my mom, was one where the golden rule of doing unto others was the most important lesson. As I got older, aspects of Catholicism began to make me uneasy. I remember in high school debating a fellow student about whether Catholics could choose which portions of their religion they agree with. For example, if I identified as a Catholic, does that mean I have to agree with the Church's stance on same-sex couples? I discovered I needed to find a church that honored my own relationship to God. In 2012, a colleague encouraged me to check out Grace Cathedral, where her two dads had been married. It came to an 11 a.m. service and never looked back. When my mom visited San Francisco, I invited her to an Ash Wednesday Mass. The moment she walked in the door, she gasped, "This is a house of God." Now she's also a pledging member of the congregation. The things that draw me most to Grace are the conversations it's willing to have and the important issues in which it chooses to be a leader. For example, the deep reverence for the divine feminine and the prioritization of women leadership in clergy. The steadfast commitment to social justice, from anti-racist work to the LGBTQIA+ equality. The passion for climate justice and the respect for our planet. And finally, the involvement in the church in working to solve our tragic gun violence epidemic. Grace looks to God to help us solve injustices here on earth. I feel that the work being done at the cathedral is creating a better future for all of us, particularly the next generation. Over the last 11 years, I have had so many joyful moments in this sacred space. Countless services, yoga sessions, concerts, Christmas pageants, sound baths, writing retreats, and bringing our cat Otto to the blessing of the animals. Harrison and I were married here on the Labyrinth in 2014, and when I was pregnant with our son in 2021, the first time I felt him kick in my belly was while doing yoga on the Labyrinth. We named him Malcolm Jude, largely in part because of the inspiring clergy here at Grace who have shaped our lives. He was baptized last year, just steps from where his parents said our wedding vows. Parenthood is surprising, and one thing I did not expect from my toddler was that he would love being at the cathedral more than I do. My little Malcolm loves nothing more than going to cathedral and, I quote, "get some blessings." We stop by often. He loves to run in, say a prayer in the pews. He practices climbing stairs by the Chapel of Grace. He always says hello to the Mary Magdalene picture and listens to the choir practice, often with enthusiastic applause. Grace Cathedral is so important, not only to the congregation and the city of San Francisco, but to the entire world. I am proud to be part of a church and a community that is leading the way on the urgent issues facing humanity today. By being a pledging member of Grace, it helps fuel my own spirituality and brings me closer to God. Grace Cathedral brings me peace, joy, and strength. I hope you may also consider pledging it to stewardship in support of this sacred space. Thank you.